Welcome to the Elegant Eight Adventure Sagas, brought to you, I guess, by biscuits. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. See the honey glisten on the biscuit. Biscuits. So I sent that. I sent that to quite a number of people, and I don't know if any of you met my old roommate Jason Bunch, but I sent it to him, and his wife is about to divorce him because the entire last 4 days has been bad biscuit innuendo.
Taste the goodness.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit. All right, guys, be careful of copyright infringements. Now, all right, so it looks like everything's working tonight. Everything is smooth as a baby's bottom, whatever that means. Hey, good question for you. Token vision working? Is it on by default, or can you guys see the next 6 months worth of secrets?
Everything is dark inside buildings so working for me.
All right, so here's the dealio.
And it looks like nighttime.
Indeed, the night. All right, so let's talk a bit about what happened last time on the Elegant Eight Adventure Saga. So you guys were at the pump room. You dispatched a bunch of desert guard. You turned the water back on to the oasis and the neighboring communities, much to the joy of the communities, but much, to the, honestly, I don't think the desert guard really gave a shit. You made some big promises, about you better not turn it back off again, and so hopefully some of that sticks. But nonetheless, you are back at the oasis, ready to collect your rewards. And, to remind you, what's waiting for you here. Noodle.
Yeah.
For half price, or roughly 7,000 gold. The short sword of a life stealing is yours from Mr. Hammertoe. Skylar, his agreement with you and the rest of the party was to fix any broken weapons that you might have. From Seditious, he's already let you withdraw from the bag of shady goods. But he also owes you 10,000 gold for a deed well done.
Oh my god.
Money?
Which I guess is arguably more than me have to take a loan out there, Chris. Unless you have 7,000 gold for Mr. Hammertoe. But I'm going to turn on free movement. It is roughly, let's advance the time to 8-ish. 7:51, that's better. It's going into the evening. The shops are still mostly open. You got a good half hour before they close shop for the night. For those of you who haven't noticed yet, you can hear the water running in the background. It is a healthy oasis once again. And you are now free to move about the area.
I actually can't hear anything.
Let's go to the dudes.
Oh, never mind. There it is.
Yeah, you can adjust your volume settings. Don't forget, you'll need to open the gate to go in. I was at a barbecue next door this weekend, and one of the gentlemen there asked me about Dungeons and Dragons. Asked if I'd ever heard of it, and I said, "Oh, indeed I have." He had heard of it, but he had no idea what it was. So he asked if I could explain it to him. And it was really interesting to explain to someone who knew nothing about Dungeons & Dragons what it is. Because it seemed so obvious to me. But he had so many questions. And they were good questions, right? Like, where does that happen? What do they see? How do they do that? Like, it was a good probably 90-minute conversation about D&D.
Did you just say, here's a video?
I almost sent him a YouTube link. I said, smash the subscribe button. But he's like, he's like well into his 60s and probably uninterested in smashing my subscribe, or even I'd have to explain what YouTube was probably. But super nice guy. Hey, if you do find this, David, hi, other David. All right, so I see Bing is still outside the gate. I'm not going to make you do whatever you guys want to do. Make your way in. As they say, you do you.
I'm not sure where I'm at.
Oh wait, you are on the thing, right?
Yeah, I just don't know where I'm at.
You're up north a little bit in an It looks like an alley or
Alley.
something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're in an alley.
Yeah,
You want me
right
to-
there.
Can you just?
So-
Yeah.
So I'm just ready for a long winter's nap
I don't blame you.
since I need to regain some spell slots.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Well met, everybody. You've survived the desert guard. I hear water tinkling. Leads me to believe that something good is happening.
Tinkle. Hope so.
It better stay that way. Let us know if it doesn't.
Yep.
And how might I do that?
Anybody have like a magic token of some kind, or
Oh, if you're looking for magic tokens, then you need to go talk to Flambeau's Emporium of Magics and stuff.
which is where?
It's the colored awning to the southwest. But Flambeau closes soon. He does like his evening brew. Now you here, Noodle.
Yes.
I believe we have some business.
I don't know if we do or not. It would be. I'd like to see if my party would like to. If they would be interested in this short sword of death. Was it the short sword of
Lifesteal.
life stealing? Yeah. Would that be all right with you?
Yeah, go for it. Take a look. You do you, as they
Okay.
say. You do you.
And can I?
Anyone in the party interested in this delightful short sword for 7 grand? It was a lot more, but as we know, I got a another sword, so I feel like somebody else might want it. Anybody in the mood? Short sword.
Well, here
Can I see it?
is indeed. Let me see if that works for you.
Well, the thing was up the description. Oh, there it is.
Can I sell him some stuff too, Thomas?
You sure can open them up and sell away.
I'm clicking on him. I just have buy items.
Hold on. Oh, here we
I
go.
got all that chainmail to get rid of.
All right,
I got
now
it.
You
try.
also gain.
Open them again.
And I got it. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the whole reason I wanted to go on the quest to get the water back to the town, is to get that sword. So happy accident. I got my newer sword. So if anybody is interested in that, there you go.
Well.
Anyone?
Look
good.
who left his home. Mr. Sid Dishes, everybody.
Well, hello.
I thought I heard your voices out here. Seems that your quest was a success.
Indeed.
How many of you are there?
6.
Are you really counting on fingers? Know you not how many are in your party? Well, math is hard, so I'm giving you a bonus 2,000 to make dividing it easy. So that'll be 2,000 gold apiece. Is one person handling the transaction, or is it each of you want your 2,000 back?
I think everybody probably wants their own.
I think that's fair. All right, Mr. Bing. You are now 2,000 gold pieces richer. Thank you for shopping at Sid Dishes. Ms.
Thank
Keefa,
you, sir.
you are now 2,000 gold pieces richer. Thank you for shopping
you.
at Sid Dishes.
Thank you.
Karen. Love, do you have a last name? Is it just Karen?
It's just Karen. Like Beyonce.
Well, just Karen, you are now 2,000 gold pieces richer. Don't spend it all in the same place, okay? Is this Malak gentleman, is he with you guys as well? Did he earn his 2,000 gold?
We claim him.
He strikes me as the kind of gentleman that would wait outside the door after all the action was over.
Hmm.
Does anybody
did.
care if I liquidate? Oh, sorry.
For a purpose.
Alright, Ms. Noodle,
Yes.
you are now 2,000 gold pieces richer.
Thank you. Pleasure.
And last but not least, Mr. Lar, Mr. Skylar. Ooh.
Can you guys hear me, or am I frozen?
Let it go.
You are frozen.
But you can hear me. I
Oh, we
assume.
can hear you.
Yeah,
Ah,
you're very still.
And you're very serious.
Oh yes.
You also are 2,000 gold pieces richer, gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
Might I ask, how did you manage to return the water?
Murder mostly.
Yeah.
You're all
Little
too busy
bit.
counting the gold. I swear to you, the gold's all there. No need to count. No need to count.
Oh, I see that it is. Crossbow. Why do I have two crossbow? Oh, a short bow. Okay. Well, I think I'm good here. Anyway, I think the description went over onto the side there, but
All right, Noodle. So what's the plan here? What's the plan? You and I doing some business?
you know, I think I came upon another sword after I left you, and I like it a lot, and so I don't think so. I feel like there's your water, and do you have any other wares? Anything that's not a sword? Maybe maybe like a warhammer or anything?
Whatever I have in my inventory is my inventory. I believe I shared with you.
Where are you?
Where am I?
I don't see the name. I don't see the names of.
Here, let me flash
Oh,
myself
that's-
for you. Where am I? Where am I not? I'm everywhere and nowhere all at once.
Oh, there we are, Mr.
Indeed.
Hammertoe.
Hey, Tom. I'm looking at the mechanics for this Sword of Life Stealing, and it says if you roll a 20, it doesn't specify crit. So does that mean that if I roll a 19 and I have a +1 to my attack, is that a 20? Or do I have to crit in order for the mechanics of this sword to work?
Well, let Jimmy Hammertoe answer that question for you.
For sure.
So so looking at it, and you roll a 20 on the attack roll, it needs to end up as a 20, not be a natural 20. However, if you roll a 21 or a 22, it's not a 20. It needs to magically be a 20.
Got it.
Between you and I, it's a pretty fantastic weapon.
So all around you, the shops are starting to sort of do their thing. If there's anything specific that you all want to know, let me know. If you decide that you want to buy said sword, let Jimmy Hammertoe know. Sid Dishes just has this big grin on his face. He's pretty smitten with the having water back. He is still waiting for someone to explain to him exactly what's the what.
Oh, don't we have to give them the
The
valve?
phalanges.
They didn't.
Oh,
ask,
yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for them, but that probably would be a good,
Might be kind of a nice thing to do.
that, and maybe just a little bit of like, what happened down there might be nice for Mr. Dishes. Just paid you guys 12,000 gold. Might want to explain to him why you're handing him a bag full of valves.
Okay, gentlemen. So, in order to assure, or kind of help ensure that you are the ones in charge of the water flow, we went ahead and took the valves off, and we're giving them to you for safekeeping. Now, where is the? Here you are. Where is that? And it was a pleasure doing business with you both. And
Well,
so long, and thanks for the fish.
I'm delighted to do. Hopefully, the next time we do business is under normal circumstances. Always come by the Oasis. You don't have many choices. There aren't many places to stop. It's kind of
we're
like the
just-
wall drug of the Badlands.
We just want to make sure that, that you're doing the right thing by everyone living here as well in the water.
Well, you didn't
Or
buy
we will
this.
be back.
You didn't buy this sword, so I saved myself. About what, $10,000 gold. So you've done me a favor. You've returned the water as well as you didn't even collect your bounty, which is pretty fantastic. So I do appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome. I'm looking for the place where I might find the. Don't we want a magic coin of some sort?
As you guys are talking, you see this dude come out of this room in the northeast, and
Okay.
he sort of looks a little bewildered. He's in disguise, but you immediately recognize him, and he recognizes you, and you see him jet back to his room.
Oh, let's go. Mysteria the Illusionist.
Oh, we're going in.
Uh-oh.
Steven, okay, so Skylar, are you in?
I'm trying to get there. I hit a wall.
Pardon
well,
us, gentlemen. We have business with this chap here.
I do not believe I answered the door and let any of you into my abode here. What are you doing? Why have you? I have rented this room. This is my room.
This is just an illusion.
Uh-huh.
Can't get in.
And it's been a while. Here's some narrative for you. So, this oasis is a bustling, market and a haven for weary travelers. I just realized I don't have on my. No wonder I can't see them. These are not my reading glasses. I can't see diddly. I'll struggle through this before I go get them. It's a bustling market and a haven for weary travelers into the Badlands. What is that crazy sound I'm hearing? I don't even know what it is. Oh, is it you? I had no idea. I thought my headphones were going wackadoodle. Anyway, amidst the lively atmosphere of trade, food, and conversation, Mysterio has secured a small room, a humble and unremarkable space that belays his flamboyant stage persona. And a reminder, there he is. It's been a while since you've seen Mysterio.
Ooh.
This room is partly.
I hope he's not attached to that face.
So, this room is sparsely furnished. It only contains the essentials: a narrow bed, a small table, littered with implements of his trade, a mirror for practicing his illusions, a worn-out chair. The walls are bare, save a few scattered notes and diagrams detailing magical theories and spells. A single window provides a glimpse of the lively oasis outside, but heavy curtains are usually drawn, adding to the sense of security and isolation. And that's your narrative.
I'm closing those curtains. Someone grab him.
No, there's no need for violence, friends.
So
I don't-
you'll just allow me to tie you up right now?
Why would I don't even know you. Who are you, friend?
Yeah.
Frenchman.
I'm not your friend, pal.
Not your buddy guy.
Have
What
we
am I
met?
doing?
It's getting awfully
Have we
crowded in here.
met?
I'm feeling a little intimidated.
Darn. That's unfortunate for you. I want you to sit down. I want you to keep your hands where I can see them.
What? Can you tell me what this is about, please?
Are you really going to feign ignorance? I just take a look at Karen and just like,
Yeah, so he's pretty terrified. It's clear just from looking at him that this illusionist known for the sort of dazzling displays of magic. He's in a bit of a precarious situation. Once the darling of the local stage, his recent actions have sort of cast a shadow over his glittering reputation. So here he finds himself. Things are not turning out as he expected, and I think you were just another left turn. So he realizes he's cornered. There's a bunch of you in the room. He really can't go anywhere. Kind of regrets going into the door. Definitely regrets not locking it fast enough. And he's simply...
Fine. So you've caught me. What do you want? Seems you've got your friend back. All has worked out for the best.
okay, so it's all right if we just take you for a little journey against your will. And
Honestly,
if you make it back alive, that's all's fair.
look, I've found myself in the company of the Black Cult of the Dragon at this point. Not much else is gonna matter. So do your worst. Take me where you need to take me.
So tell us about these folks you've fallen in with. That we might be persuaded to not remove your face.
Well, I'll tell you, and you can believe me or not. I have nothing to gain from lies at this point. I was hired for a simple illusion: make someone disappear, be handed a bag of gold. Seemed pretty straightforward, but that's when it all went south. I didn't know what they were going to do with your friend. This could have been a prank. Once I realized that, when they had put the bag over his head and loaded him into a boat and ushered him off and held a knife to my throat and found myself in that same boat, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they abandoned me here at the Oasis, so I have no way to get home. I'm running low on money. At some point, they're going to kick me out of this room. I mean, I
Do
knew
we
at some
want
point.
to?
I knew at some point you'd catch up with me. I did not expect it to be this soon, and definitely did not expect it to be this evening.
Is he telling the truth, or can we see if he knows more?
Do you have like some sort? So we're gonna no hard feelings here, but we're going to bind and gag you.
Whoa.
That's just because it's how I get my kicks.
Binding. Yeah, you strike me as that. Binding me, I understand, but gagging me. How will I answer your questions?
You're a magician. I want you to stay put for a moment while we discuss something amongst ourselves. I don't want you casting any spells.
So he just drops his head and holds his hands out. He's very much got a fuck it attitude at this point.
We'll tie him up and gag him.
Okay.
Someone stay and guard him, but we need to go discuss what we want to do with this guy.
I can stay. And remember, I think I have a spell that it will, if I say like one word, he has to do what I say, right? So.
I also I have once a day I can read people's minds. So if you want, I can do that.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
That would be the best one.
I was actually gonna think about like something if anybody has like a sense magic.
Yeah.
Don't you have a cone of truth or something like that?
I
Noodle?
think I do. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I have something called a doppelganger skull. Once per day, you can use this skull to read the thoughts of nearby creatures. As an action, you can read the surface thoughts of one creature within 60 feet. You can then penetrate barrier. So I can go through wood and stuff too if I need to. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Should I do that?
Yeah,
So
I do
don't.
have.
Okay, so we're gonna walk outside, out of earshot of this guy.
Would you like me to take
Yeah,
my headphones off and so you can have your conversation?
I don't think it's necessary.
All right.
Guys, what do you want to do? Do we let this guy live?
He's let live.
I want his hat.
I want that.
Or do we just let it slide? Or do we like try and milk him for information about the Black Cult of the Dragon? Like nobody ever knows anything. That's the thing that really
Ever.
pisses me off the most.
Right.
I mean, somebody had to contact him to be like, "Hey, do this magic trick."
Yeah, we should milk him though for information.
Yeah.
Have we already killed everybody he talked to?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who the people were with the Black Cult of the Dragon.
We should definitely then press him to see who he contacted and then take his hat.
Yes, for sure.
So you to answer your inner voice question, yeah, you've captured a low-level alkalite who didn't know anything, and a magician, an illusionist who was hired at a festival. Neither of them were in deep with deep enough with the Black Cult. At some point, maybe don't kill anyone with the label commander or leader, you know. But you're not wrong. You haven't really in the Desert Guard. It doesn't matter what level they are; they're just for hire. So
Letting people live just hasn't seemed to pay off for me.
Yeah. Just be more choiceful with who you let live. Maybe. Although you don't know, he may know more than he's given you up. He's not exactly a book. And someone, Noodle, you wanted to roll an insight check, right?
Yeah, I truth, yeah. I want to know if he's lying.
Me too.
Because we need to know if he's got anything. Because I'm with being here. Nobody ever knows the dang thing, and yet so much is going on.
So let me get both of you, and it would be two of you contested roll, and it would be his deception versus your insight. And request. And he's getting to roll with disadvantage because of the situation. Oh, he's got some pretty good rolls though.
Shit.
Yeah, he even with disadvantage, he had a 20 and an 18, so that's pretty powerful. So yeah, you don't get a sense that he's lying.
Okay.
Look at your
Okay.
spell list.
Can I sense magic? Is there any way that I can, or do I need to actually have? Isn't there a spell for that?
Yeah.
You're the wizard, dude. I'd have to ask you. Do you have a spell for that?
Well, I wasn't sure if I could just to see if I can, like, I don't know. Because I'm a magic user, wouldn't I be able to sense whether or not there's magic in the room without a spell?
No, you'd need detect magic. Do you have detect magic?
Okay.
And does anyone have any weaponry or doodads that detect magic? I mean, I would just encourage you to look through your inventory to see if there's anything that could help.
I don't, but do you guys want me to use the doppelganger skull?
That,
Sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so
Great.
I'm gonna use that.
All right. You look at it.
Do I roll for it?
No, I think it's passive once you save doing it. Let's see. Read this last nearby creature. Okay, so this doesn't let you. And I don't know if anyone else can see this. It seems like this gives you advantage on insights and that sort of a thing. Not read the thoughts. Well, it says read the thoughts. So I guess it lets you read thoughts and then gives you advantage for 10 minutes using
I think it's
this,
both, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you pull out this doppelganger skull, and Mysterio looks a little like a puppy dog cocking his head sort of to the side, and like, what the hell is that damn thing? And you feel your mind probing his mind, and little tendrils sort of making connections.
My mind to your mind.
There you go.
His
little
thoughts to your thoughts.
So, unlike a mind meld, it doesn't give you a greatest hits of his day. You've got to search for things that you want to know. So, search his mind for the things that you want to know, and I will tell you them if he knows them.
Well, I don't know if he's lying. So, like, when we talk about the cult, does he have any? Is he hiding, and what is he hiding?
So as you probe, you definitely get a feeling for, like, everything he's told you is sort of above board. He was for hire, but you get a feeling that he knows a little bit more, and that scares him even more.
Does anything pop into my brain, like when he goes to that thought of knowing something more?
Well, as you pull on that tendril, that thought, what are you looking for? What are you thinking? Again, this isn't just a fountain of truth.
No, but I want a name. I want a name or a location. Like, where is he going, or who is he afraid of?
He doesn't know names. He sees faces. They sort of flash. You just for a moment you hear the names Samael, brother Samael, sort of flashes by in your consciousness. Something about a crypt. Something about a mine.
I wonder if I can grab him and say like, tell me about the mine and brother Samuel.
So I think if you shake him and start interacting with him in the real world, it's going to break your little link. So I would choose a path. Are you tendriling or are you talking?
Go ahead and talk.
Yeah,
I'm going to cast a spell.
Yeah, I feel like. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, like, see if you can see if there's like a specific like conversations or something that you can like kind of probe for, like maybe something that he has seen or been in a room when a conversation has happened.
Yeah. When he thinks about Brother Samuel or the mines, does his mind go to something else, like a conversation with Brother Samuel? Is there like a key word?
Nah. So you feel more you feel more like the zippity zaps and these tendrils and you pick up that he overheard others talking about Brother Samael, and Brother Samael seems to be a fairly high up in the order of the Black Cult. You also get the feeling that he didn't want to know things. He wasn't trying to understand this, right? He just happened to be at the wrong place as they were discussing some of this. It seems that Samael is heading to Flan. You picked up on that sort of little nugget, and at least for now, you don't get the feeling, or you don't sense that he knows anything about beyond that. The mine is a place they might go. You don't get the feeling that it's where they're going next. Right. And sort of intuitively, that gives you a little comfort, right? Because the mine might be bad enough on its own. Contending with the Black Cult isn't necessarily a thing that you would want to opt into either.
Yeah.
So you get this for about 10 minutes. Now, I would say you've been at it for about 3 minutes so far.
What do you think, folks? I feel like he doesn't know anything about Beyond Brothers Samuels or whatever his name is, and he thinks they're going to the mine.
No, he
knows much more.
That's not what you heard. Just to correct it, he knows that at some point there's something about the mine. There's something about an aquatic crypt. He thinks that's where Brother Samuel is going, somewhere in Flan. For whatever reason, that seems to be sort of where his focus is, at least in the moment.
So I think why don't we probe on the aquatic crypt?
So you probe on. So it's just you. It's not really a we thing, but yeah, you probe and that's all you know is it's something about an aquatic crypt. It's no details. Even the connection with it. Is it in Flan? Is loose. You don't get the feeling that it's in Flan proper, right? It's maybe Flan adjacent. But it's not like there's a map. He doesn't know any of those details. Again, you're probing into things that in his mind that he wasn't part of these conversations. He was just a witness to. So you're just getting fragments.
All right.
He's very afraid. Not of you. More of them.
All right. I don't think we can find out anything else, folks.
Actually,
Unless
Mysterio. Who is it that causes you so much anxiety around these guys?
So his eyes are sort of glassy and glazed over, and you can almost see them going bloodshot real time as his brain struggles.
I'm gonna turn up the charm here.
But he's being, he's having his mind, toyed with.
Yeah, we can pull. Let's get rid of the doppelganger thing.
Okie.
I think we're fine for now.
I put it in my pocket.
And yeah, you see Mysterio sort of shake his head off, and he's a little swimmy, but
okay. He's
aware of everything he shared.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to convince him that he's that we're his buddies, that there's no hard feelings, but that it would definitely be in his best interest to help us out. Do I need to roll anything on that?
As a matter of fact,
I wouldn't say it's deception as much as it is persuasion.
Okay, so I thought you were trying to deceive him. Let me end that and go with a persuasion check. And don't accidentally roll unless you did already.
I did not.
Okay. Who keeps rolling their dice?
Sorry, that's me.
Don't make me take your dice away from you.
Well, it's just...
Oh, because I asked you to roll something?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. My bad. Let's see. So this was persuasion, right?
Yes. Crystal
right.
blue persuasion.
All right. So give me that, and that is. And I will even show you the DC and start at. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Nick. Sorry, I had Nick highlighted. again, we will try this a 50th time. These tools are
I
great.
failed
until
something
you...
I didn't even roll.
So let's see here. 6.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's you know what? You only get
Michael-
one shot. Do not
Michael
miss your chance
Jordan.
to blow.
All right, there we go.
And that man was Abraham Lincoln.
All right, do a little persuading. Yeah, easily.
Okay, so that's okay.
Yeah, so yeah, he's persuaded, and not only is he persuaded, Bing, but you get like he wants to believe. This isn't what he signed up for.
Gotcha. So, anything you can tell us, especially about the guys that you're afraid of. Like we are not. If you can, imagine we're not in the good graces of this black cult of the dragon, and I would like nothing better than to see them all ground into pet food.
That sounds great to me.
So who is it that you're most afraid of there? Like,
Well, when the cult approached me at the festival, they just seemed like honestly, a bunch of dumbasses, right? Dressed up in robes, and I didn't think much of it. It seemed like some easy coin. One of you was going to disappear into the tent regardless, right? They just chose the person, and I didn't know they had ill intent. In retrospect, they were a bit ominous.
okay, but why are you afraid of them then?
Well, it's what's happened since. They took me with them, right? They deposited your friend at an inn, and we continued our journey here. They belittled me and didn't harm me, didn't beat me, but made it very clear that I was at their beck and call, right? And I'm to hang tight, and been biding my time in this room, trying to decide if I'd be better off just running for it or staying here. The bribe money wasn't much. It was only 10 gold.
So when you said hold on a second.
So are they not done with you? Is that what you think?
Yeah, that's when they said to hold tight, did they say what they were going to get back to you for, or what to look out for, or
no? And that is the problem. They've told me, like, I'm just supposed to hang tight. I'm not convinced I'm actually supposed to hang tight. I'm wondering if this just wasn't their way of shutting me up and shutting me down and me living in fear. I don't know if this was a tactic, or if they're gonna call upon. I'm an illusionist, right? I'm not a magician or a fancy wizard or a fighter or I don't have a pointy hat like your friend there. I'm just an illusion.
But you do have a really nice hat.
I do have a nice hat.
I like that hat.
Karen would like your hat.
Can I have your hat?
I don't know that it is my only income. It is my source of, it's my one thing.
I think
Not
Karen
your
wants
skills.
Fine.
So my other question is, so were you going to Flan?
Me? No, I had no intention of it. I had no intention of leaving the festival, right? I do parties, I do festivals, I make the circuits with some of the vendors, right? I make most of my money in the spring, summer, and fall. Live on it through the lean winter months. It's not a high coin trade illusion. It's in a world where magic is real, being an illusionist is a tough thing.
Tough all over. So would you consider doing an errand for us?
Errand. That's
Yeah.
I don't get the feeling I'm gonna have much of a choice, and to be perfectly frank,
We won't kill you. You can decide not to. That's perfectly fine.
well,
I
I'm bound, so I guess I'm your captive audience. What is it?
well, we thought you were going to try to escape.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And again, I'm an
Our bad.
illusionist. I'm not an actual magician.
Since yeah, I know, but an illusionist can make himself disappear.
I can do this.
I've-
Watch. Huzzah! See? That's about all I can do.
Okay.
Huzzah!
Anyway, all right. Okay, so it's
Okay.
time for you to mute yourself for a moment. But- so I would very much like to know the know-abouts of this brother Samael. And I'd be willing to pay you some like 10 times what they paid you to make someone disappear, for you to just go find out where this guy is going, what he's up to.
So
You don't seem to have any other prospects right now. Is that fair to say?
That's harsh, but it is fair.
You were just bemoaning your fate, so I was just kind of I'm trying to show my skills as an active listener that I hear you, and I acknowledge your truth.
Well, perception is reality.
Okay. So what do you say? What would you be interested in doing that?
Well, I know I'm in no position to make.
You can
demands.
refuse. You can
No.
refuse. You can just say nope, not interested.
I've got not much going on. I'm
Okay.
not refusing. I'm just what I'm hearing is I need to make my way to Flan somehow.
Yep.
Right, and it's a bustling city, but I'm from my understanding.
You're a people person. I can tell. You're an outgoing guy.
Well,
right?
actually, I am. I can have a large personality when I'm not bound and terrified. But
Yeah.
but the Black Cult of the Dragon, that like my limited engagement, I don't think I'll have a problem. Picking up that thread in Flan. But what I can't commit to is penetrating the cult and getting I can try to suss out where the Samael is, right? Or any number of things, but to do that, I'm not trying to be greedy here, but it's not an easy journey to Flan from here. It's the rest of the Badlands.
You get some traveling coin.
All right, if you pay my way to Flan and give me 7 nights at an inn, something near the Laughing Goblin or Madame Fiona's tea kettle would be preferable. That's where I think most of the news will happen. And then on top of that, I believe you promised 10 times my 10, so 100 gold.
You're amazing at math. That's
Well, illusion is a lot of calculating.
Okay, that's great. All right, let's untie him.
Oh, I really appreciate it.
So are you up for it? So tell me now if you're not interested. I mean that's perfectly fine.
I'm in, and honestly, I think my angle is quite simple. They left me here. They said, "Hang tight. There'll be word." I've waited quite a while. I'm almost out of coin. I'll pick up on their thread and tell them, "Oh, I was confused and thought I was to meet them in Flan." Or I'll figure something out. But how do I get in touch with you? Where do we meet up next? Are you
Good question.
On?
Anyone have any ideas there?
We need a tracker on him.
How about this?
How do we get
It seems like you've had a long day and are lacking in ideas. How about this? I will. Are you familiar with the Laughing Goblin in Flan?
Sure.
All right. Within the next 7 days, I will leave a package for, what is your name?
Dirk Diggler.
Dirk Diggler. Love it. Mr. Diggler, I will leave word at the Laughing Goblin. A package for you that will contain any intel that I have found. And you have my word as an illusionist. If I find no intel, I will return your money. You have my word.
So, what if you were just to come back here?
And he pauses, and he knows that like this journey is pretty significant, and he has no interest in being here.
Oh, okay.
So you sort of pick that up.
That's fair. Okay.
But
I'd much prefer, if I make my way all the way from Flan, all the way to Flan, I think my trade, there's plenty of clubs and bars and bar mitzvahs and birthday parties for me to do.
Fine. Okay.
I'd be better served.
So, is there any way that like word could be gotten to us, folks? Anybody have any ideas about that? Are there ravens they can send or anything like that?
Can we go to the magic shop? Do you think they'll have something?
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe they have air tags.
Did you want me to go talk to the peddler and see if there's some
Magic and
knowing
such
stone?
or whatever?
Yep. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
We're gonna go take a little bit of a sleep,
Mm-hmm.
so you can think on it. You don't, like I said, you're not under any obligation.
I think we have an accord. I have no better plans, and quite honestly, if this could both get me off the hook with the Black Cult of the Dragon and with you, this seems like a thing.
All right, cool.
Okay.
all right, so he cautiously, carefully, sort of edges around you all, and sort of heads out the door, hustling over to the vendor before it closes. It's now about 8:30, about 9 o'clock. Let's say you've done that for about an hour and a half. What are you guys doing?
Well,
Do our
we
long
need
rest.
a long rest. I've got
For sure.
I got
Agreed.
some wounds and that kind of thing.
Yep.
I mean, we're here. We might as well sleep in here. Courtesy of Black Cult of the Dragon.
Yep.
I'm gonna
All
see
right.
if I have anything to attune.
So you guys want to do a long rest? You gonna take his room over?
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
That's what I said. Yeah, why not?
Well, that's what I heard. So that's why I was just repeating, just
Okay.
verifying.
He can
Yeah.
snuggle in if he needs to, but
All right. So
But
let's
it's
do it.
ours now.
All right. So if you're going to attune, let me know. You can attune to one item or unattune. Let's do a rest.
I think I'm. So no, I'm still attuned. I've got my new sword. I'm attuned to.
And long rest, new day.
I should have all. We should have all our spell slots and all of our health now, right?
Yeah. Did it pop anything up for you guys?
Not for me.
Well, shiznit. Oh, it would help if I chose that you guys are part of the long rest.
Yeah.
Everybody else had long rest.
All the NPCs got a long rest.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. See that. That. I don't think an owl needs a long rest. Your spiritual weapon doesn't need a long rest. I'm just hooking. I'm just choosing the people to get the long rest.
I give you spiritual weapons.
I have to. Bells.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we don't need a spiritual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. Long rest. Now did it pop a thing up?
There we go. Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Yes, sir.
That's okay. You slip
Why
in
am I
late.
Or
rolling?
do we just hit finish?
Oh,
you
I
can just hit,
just
you can
need
just hit,
spell slots, so.
yeah, you can just hit finish unless you need to recover. I think you get all your hit points back anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, Mysterio comes into the room, pops in, and is like,
Hey, good morning, everybody. Or should I say, good noon. I brought you some coffee, some scones, and a couple of sending stones.
Sending
like it.
stones. All right, let's talk about these.
What that
I'll
is.
put it on your tab. I assume that some reasonable expenses are covered.
Oh, for sure. Just know that we will. I will verify your expenses. So.
Concur, baby.
I do not plan on doing you wrong. But then again,
All right, cool.
Plan to change plans, as they say, right? Am I right? Anyway, yeah. Here's the sending stones. They're pretty cool. There's 2 stones. I carry one. One of you carries the other, and they match. Right? They recognize it, and when you touch one stone, you can use it to send to cast the sending spell. The target is the bearer of the other stone. Right? If no creature bears the other stone, basically it's a incomplete call. But,
How long does it? Does it just work once, or what's the?
Once every dawn.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Right?
Cool.
And if you were to destroy the stone, mine becomes non-magical. I guess if I destroy my stone, yours becomes non-magical. But I guarantee I will not destroy your stone.
Yeah, we're pretty good at finding people, so.
So I found out. What are the odds that you'd find me in that oasis?
All right. Anyway, okay. What are you guys good with this? Is this?
I'm good.
I'm good with it.
Yeah. Yep. I'm good with it.
Which of you should I hand this stone to?
To our
Who's least
fearless
likely to
wizard.
die?
I mean,
Fearless wizard.
So I'm not it.
I will. I'll hold it.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna die in this. I just cursed myself.
Let me pull you up and
Put
then
it in
you'll-
my inventory.
So every dawn,
Do I click on it? Equipment. Do I click on it?
take a look at it real quick. Give me 1 second. Something's going on with my computer.
I was kind of hoping that I think it'd be kind of fun to take out a hit on Samael, and just try to just generally harass him.
How would we do that?
Well, we've got someone to go into Flan. I mean, he probably won't try an assassination, but there's an Assassin's Guild in Flan, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Am I meant to hear this conversation, or should I step away?
I mean,
So he's not a dumb guy. He's what got him in this mess before was being a place and hearing things he didn't want to hear. So he's like,
All right, I'm gonna go enjoy some breakfast. I'm gonna set out first thing in the morning, secure some passage. You need me, just ping your stone, and I will.
Okay,
be,
so
I'll
excellent.
be there.
I'm gonna give him some coin.
okay.
So I'm giving him 18 platinum
Didn't I give you a bunch of gold, or did you convert it to
I
platinum?
converted it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I thought I gave you gold.
Yeah, I don't want it all weighing me down.
Okay, so you're giving him 18 platinum?
Yeah.
All right, that takes you down to 200.
Yep. Oh, thank you.
This feels almost too good to be true. I truly appreciate you not holding this against me.
Should I equip this thing?
So just don't give us a reason to change our minds, okay?
I won't.
And he tips his hat to you, and starts to head to the door. Oh, are you taking his hat? Are you taking his hat?
But my hat is part of who I am.
Well, time for a new identity, wouldn't you think?
You gave me enough.
And I put it on my head.
I'll secure another hat, I suppose.
So if you check your inventory now, Karen, you have a hat of disguise.
Fucking hat dude now.
So his illusions just got slightly weaker.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't want him to get found out necessarily.
Yeah.
Maybe take it when we meet with him. If we,
After he does our bidding.
yeah.
Yeah.
That could be part of the reward. You've lost your hat.
Wait, are you
sweet reward?
Are you just messing with me? Are you not taking my hat? You guys are as cool as the Black Cult of the Dragon.
Oh, words.
So are you giving him back his hat, or are you keeping the hat? Are you handing him a different hat? So it's your call, Karen. You do not have to hand him back the hat. It's up to you.
Are you guys gonna make me give him his hat back?
It's all your choice.
Yeah,
So
Karen, good choice.
You don't want it to be my choice.
We're gonna
just
give
keep in
you
mind
the
that.
eyes, like.
Here's a cloak. Want me to give him my cloak?
Well, just keep in mind that like he's more likely to be found out without the hat, or I don't know, maybe the hat is a giveaway. I don't know. That's like.
It can go either way.
Can this hat Can you make this hat look different, or does everybody know you from this hat?
Well, and I should add that as he handed Karen the hat, he poofed back into the illusionist. So the question was what?
What do you mean he poofed back into the illusionist? What does that mean?
Back into his garb, his purple garbs, right? So he
I
looks
see.
like a commoner. He's back into his. So basically, this allows this allows you to cast disguise self, right, at will.
Yeah.
And if he removes the hat, the spell is dispersed.
I would consider it a personal favor, Karen, if you let him keep his hat.
Oh, fine.
I owe you one.
Look,
Next time I see you, the hat is mine now.
how about this? If you give me my hand, I will trade you for the wand of pyrotechnics that I have.
Oh, that's
That
fun.
could be fine.
Yeah.
Do I look like I want a wand?
You know, you're a pretty good looking lass, and I think that you could command really the room with a beer bottle and a pocket of quarters, honestly. But I think you could do the one. That's really all I have. I have a dice set, but something tells me that you're not the dice set kind of person.
I'm gonna step out to
Huzzah to that.
Sid's to get a glass of wine. I'll be right back.
Awesome.
All right. I give him the stupid hat back.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you want the wand? I really appreciate this, man. Do you want the wand?
Does anybody else want this wand? I don't want it.
I have no use for it.
I'll take it.
Look,
I'm still
Look,
doing the hat.
I'm being above board. If you don't want the wand of pyrotechnics, I do have a wand of binding. I thought I might need it for my journeys, but
Can I see the wand?
Here it is. Here it is again. What's that?
Oh. Yeah,
Which wand did you want to see?
The wand of binding.
Wand of binding.
I didn't realize there was a magic hat. Just wanted a regular hat.
Well, I'm an illusionist, my friend. It's all mechanics.
It's all magnets.
Do I have to equip these?
Stones? No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you don't have to. Just say you're going to use it. It's just you just have to be holding it. So there's the
Guys,
wand, and there's the wand of pyrotechnics as well.
For the last 20 minutes, I've been generating new character images of a half orc with a top hat. How committed I was to my new identity as hat lady.
It's not letting me read this the sheet.
Yeah, permissions.
Oh, yeah, it's not gonna let you. So I can tell you the wand of bind. Like I'll just read it to you. It's a wand of binding. It has 7 charges for the following properties. It regains 1d6 + 1 daily at dawn. If you dispel its last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, it crumbles. Right. So basically, if you when you're out of charges, if you use it all up, and then you roll a 20, poof, it's gone. But while holding the wand, you can use an action to expend some of its charges to cast one of the following spells. A save is a DC 17. Hold a monster, 5 charges, or hold person, 2 charges. It also has assisted escape. While holding the wand, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge and gain advantage on a saving throw you make to avoid being paralyzed or restrained. You can expend 1 charge and gain advantage on any check you make to escape a grapple. And you have to be a spellcaster to use it. And then the Polytechnics one is it. I gotta click it. There it is. It has 7 charges. While holding, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and create a harmless burst of multicolored light at a point up to 60 feet away. The burst of light is accompanied by crackling noises that can be heard 300 feet away. The light is as bright as a torch flame, but lasts only a second. You get 1d6 expended charges daily at dawn. Now he's hoping you take this one, right? Because this is really very much a for flair, whereas the other one is a little bit of what can get him out of a pickle. But you've given him his hat of disguise back, so
We might want to let him keep the one that
why
could get
didn't
him
he-
out of a pickle.
Why didn't he try to use it when we came to bother him?
There was just no time, and there were too many people in the room, and he would only be able to bind one of you. So, right.
There.
Look.
Plus, he was kind of hoping that you would think he was just some common dude, like, hanging out in the room. At no point did he think that Karen would want his hat. So he has his hat back. He's offered one of his 2 wands as a thank you trade. But you guys should probably get a moving. So you need to make a call.
I'm good with the wands. I won't take them.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
I do appreciate it. You just made it that much easier for me to survive this task that I'm undertaking. Safe journeys. I will be on my way.
And
We
with
look
that,
forward to hearing from you.
And with that, I close 500 windows, and he heads over to Sid's to do a little breakfasting. That's what he does before a long journey. He has to secure some travel arrangements. And what about the rest of you? What are your plans? Do I need to remind you of the original
Can
goal?
we go?
We
Should
need
we
things.
continue on our journey?
Right, where are we going though?
Yeah.
Well, do we want to go to the
You were on your way to the mines.
Yeah,
You-
we should go
Yeah.
to mine.
Let's go to the mines, yeah.
Let's mine.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They
well, let
called
me-
it a mine.
Oh my!
All right, give me 2 seconds to get you guys on the mine. Da, 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 da.
You were always on my mind.
Oh, we've been slacking tonight with the.
Yes.
You're right. I haven't made near as many
It's
comments.
yeah.
This will look familiar to all y'all. So give me 1 second. Who's driving the wagons?
I mean, I could if nobody else wants to. I'll sit out in the open.
Well,
I'm
you
happy
are.
to drive.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna lay in the back and sulk.
And what about little Zippy? Is Zippy out?
Yeah. Invisible, of course.
All right, Zippy's out. All right, so I did my best. Little Zippy is invisible, always invisible.
Where do we go?
Well, I'll tell
I'm
you.
trying to where is our? Whoa!
Here
Holy
you are. You're on the road, guys. You are on the
Oh,
road.
look at us.
On the road again.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
enough.
get on the road again.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, I didn't get to drive. Skylar's driving. That's fine.
Making
You know
magic with
you know
my friends.
The Dungeons
I
and
just can't
Dragons-
wait to get on the road again.
I bet you're going to do some dice rolling in a few minutes, Thomas.
Making corpses with my friends.
possibly.
That was a good one.
So I hope you guys noticed, for posterity's sake, that your horses have been upgraded with horse sounds.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
The wind too.
A little wind. Yeah,
Sounds
you are,
dry.
You are
Is it
there.
112 with 44% humidity? That'd be just like home.
It feels like it. And I inadvertently turned it off. And here comes a little travel music for you. So yeah, you guys are back onto the Black Roads. You're heading east, towards the mountains, and it's about 12:51, and you've got a good probably about a day's journey. No, let's take a look. Let's make sure. I don't want to mislead you. I'm looking at the. You guys want to see the map?
Yeah. Yeah.
At one point, you could activate it yourself, but I'm not sure if that's still a thing. All right, so you are about here. I'm sorry, about here, leaving Sid Dishes. And
Wait,
there's-
I'm not seeing.
I can't move it.
Yeah, can you ping again?
Yeah, I'll put here, I'll put a little green X where you are. How's that?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, cool. Oh wow, we're further than I thought we were.
Yeah, you're sort of heading.
I can't move them. Oh, there it is. Cool.
And as you can see, where is it at? So you see the mines of Tethyamar are just beyond the Badlands as you go into the mountains. So roughly around here. So for those playing along at home, it's not like it is still some distance, right?
Mhm.
Where's Flan at again?
That's what I'm looking for.
Flana's over here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he could have actually ridden with us, but
He could have. But
He
I
was
think
harsh in my mellow.
one second. Grid's good.
It's probably better if he's not seen with us.
Yeah.
Although we did have a slumber party at his place.
That's right.
Miles. I just realized that this reverted when I saved to this might reload. Yeah, so it's about 40 miles or so to the border, and then make sure I got the scale right. I may have got the scale wrong. Oh yeah, sorry, it's 60 miles each. So give me 1 second. Don't want to mislead you. I hate that every time I import this, it resets all of the settings. Here. So So it's actually 60 units. And those are miles. Save. There we go. Now we'll see. Yeah, so you get about 60 miles to the border, and then another 60 to 40 to 60 to roughly where the mines are. So I think that we'll do about 2 days of travel. All right. So you were not wrong, Skylar. So are you? Let me go back to the scene and get you a little closer. All right. So tell me when you're all loaded up.
Yep.
Yep.
Loaded. I can loaded.
Loaded.
Awesome. So here's
No,
your
no.
here's your narrative, because I make these, so I'm gonna make you look at them. This one goes show the players the image. There you are. Yeah. So the journey from the Black Road, to the entrance of the mines of Tethyamar is a harrowing one, filled with both awe-inspiring beauty and lurking dangers. The Black Road itself is well-traveled, path cutting across various terrains. For some parts, it's paved and well-maintained. Others, it's there's little more than a rocky trail marked by the ruts of countless wagons and hooves. As you leave the more popular areas, they find themselves encompassed by wild landscapes. The road leads through expansive plains where the wind whispers secrets of ancient times, to dense forests where the canopy of leaves and evergreens muffle the outside world. Each type of terrain poses its own set of challenges, from muddy impassable areas during the rains to dry, almost desert-like stretches that require careful rationing of supplies. Lucky I don't enforce that. So all I'm going to do is take you well into the evening. Night falls upon you, and we're going to do. So and the audio changed to nighttime. So are you positioned
Nice moves.
on wagons as you want to be on the wagons? I'm not saying anything's going to happen. It's a random encounter. But if you are encountered, is this how you want to be stacked up?
I'm fine.
Feel free to move
Yeah.
between wagons. Like, okay.
Probably okay, but should we do we really want to be traveling at night?
Don't
mean,
you
I-
dangerously.
I get
Yeah.
halos.
You guys
Yeah,
want to
that's
stop?
fair. Yeah, let's.
I don't know. Are we more easily picked off at night, do you think? Yeah, let's camp.
We can camp.
Oh,
What's
Wagon
the
train.
weather like here?
now you're going backwards. I can't seem to stop you. Assume you're stopped. All right. So you guys are slowly rolling forward, but you're camping. Are you camping in wagons? You setting up a full tent with a campfire, or what's your deal?
I think we need to do shifts just because it is sort of out in the open. So I
Agreed.
will take a shift. Since I wasn't driving, I snoozed a little bit.
Nice.
So I can take a shift of open. I'll be awake.
Okay.
I don't need to sleep, so I can also stay awake.
All right. And the rest of you, are you gonna go in the covered wagon, sleep under the stars? Your bedroll's on the ground. What's your plan? Move your characters to where you want to sleep.
I'll stay in the wagon.
I'm gonna look out this way. I'm keeping track of behind us and below us, I guess.
All
I'll
right.
stay in the wagon too.
Between Favi and Noodle, we should
Let's-
be covered.
And plus, Favia's awesome, bow of warning.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
All right. So you guys nestle down into bed, and let's see if anything happens. All right. So for that, you guys are doing 8-hour shift, or are you doing 4-hour shifts?
8's fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
So I just got a thing about not having permission to run the desert macro.
What? All right.
Just FYI.
I don't know why it would ask you to run that. Common. Well, let's just ignore that for now. I'll worry about that later.
All right. Okay.
Let's do, go ahead, let's see. That takes us to midnight. And to about 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's starting to lighten up a little bit, you know, which makes Bing a little happy because right now he's sort of all he can see is what the lights share.
human.
Exactly. Or if you're Ferengi, you're human. But so you're gonna sleep another? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You guys want to get back on the road, or you want to sleep longer?
It's up to you guys.
All right. So as long as we'll be well rested, whatever that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna run a no one's attuning, so I'm not gonna do an official long rest dealio because it wouldn't change your stats at all.
I think we're good anyway.
I think we're all full up.
All right. Good morning.
All right. So about I'm trying to adjust the time. To about noon, some things change, and you see these trees. There they go.
I see them.
Well, you see them, but suddenly my controls are all gone.
Oh no.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'll figure it out. Yeah, so the trees appear, right? So the desert foliage sort of becomes less succulent and slightly changes. And it changes too. Uno momento. Grab your... I wonder if I can copy and paste. Let's do an experiment. This would be fantastic if I could just select all of you and then paste you into the next scene. I mean, what are the odds that that would possibly happen?
I'm assuming no one attacked us.
No, that's why I rolled and there was nothing. No attacks. Alright, hold on. Now we go here. Yeah, it did not work. It was worth a shot, though. Let's try this again. Pull that off. And this one off. Off. 1 second. Common. And pull you over. You're covered by it. Alright. And activate. Go gadget scene. Alright, so you now are in more of a lush, foresty area. So, music changes. The sounds all change. A little more calm. A little more serene. A little more narrative. Because, you know.
Pony.
Yeah. All right, so it's exciting stuff, right? You have
Dude, it's a race. We're pulling ahead.
I'm trying to figure out where all my controls went to, but that's okay. There are the little footios are moving. Yeah, so you're now in, you know, you're going into Dagger Hills. It eventually winds its way through the treacherous Dagger Hills, a region infamous for its rocky outcrops, frequent landslides, and predators, both animal and humanoid. Stories circulate among travelers about ambushes by bandits and dangerous creatures like drakes and wyverns. Hence, most opt to travel in the well-armed caravans, or accompanied by skilled guides. Well, you have a caravan, sort of. I don't know that any of you are skilled guides. But upon reaching the foothills of Dagger Hills, a noticeable change occurs in the air. It feels heavier, almost pregnant with centuries-old secrets.
No one's driving that horse.
Yeah, I know. It's like a little. There, Fabia's like, there she is. She's like, oh my god, there you go. Now you're good. Yeah,
Jesus,
so you guys
take the wheel.
you are going ahead, and but it's about 3 hours. That's one more random encounter. 1, 2, 3. It'll take us to about 4:30 p.m. And let's see if you find anything. And of course, you all never, ever get random encounters. Although, no, you got 6 giant scorpions that you had to run away from. So there was that one time that you had encounter. So yeah, so there's nothing really eventful, happening. The Badland Desert gives way to some beautiful countryside. Oops, that's aren't supposed to be on. There you go.
It's like, what is that?
Yeah, I just turned on some wagons, just for kicks, like hundreds of wagons litter the sides of the road, causing you no pause whatsoever. No. So yeah, so you're good to go. Anything you want to do on the trail before you make your way to the mine?
Anybody got a pit stop, little pee-pee?
Tinkle.
We're good. I think I'm fine.
I'm fine, we're all healed up.
Let's get something going.
So interestingly, as you make your way here, as you make your way through this journey, you find out a couple of interesting factoids. Number one, no one's ever been to this mine. You've met a single person who has firsthand knowledge of the mine itself. You hear a lot of people that find it spooky. Not something that they really want to partake of. And why don't I tell you this while you experience the scene?
Ooh.
The mines. I forget I have all this stuff, right?
The mines
Oh.
of Mordor.
The burden of knowledge.
There we go. So yeah, you're here, and there's what I was looking for. I'm like, I know I wrote a story, and I'm gonna make you guys hear it. Welcome to Dagger Hills.
Ooh.
So upon arriving, at the site where the mines of Tathamar are believed to be, the landscape itself exudes an aura of ancient abandonment and untamed wilderness. Towering mountains ranges frame the area, their peaks jutting skyward like jagged teeth from some forgotten titan. Sparse vegetation clings to the rock face, lending the terrain a rugged, inhospitable air. Information provided by the Harpers indicate there might be 2 ways to access these long-abandoned mines. Armed with this knowledge, the choice of which path to take weighs heavily, as each entrance promising its own set of risks and reward. So, you start to reflect back on things that you've learned and the conversation you had with the Harper back at Daggerford, a lifetime ago. They think that there's 2 entrances. There's one that's the obvious front entrance. It's the mine entry, and the other is rumored to be a series of caves that then lead into the mines, kind of the back door. The main entrance is on the east side, and the back door entrance is on on the west side is the mine. On the east side is the cave entrance. You have decent directions that'll get you right to the mine, the main entrance, but you think you could find your way to the caves if that's the path that you choose. Now, there's a howling wolf. In the chronicles of dwarven folklore, the legend of the mines of Tathamar remains a poignant tale that oscillates between avarice and calamity. These mines were once the heartbeat of the dwarven realm, an intricate labyrinth of tunnels rich in precious minerals and gemstones. The dwarves believed they'd hit the proverbial motherlode, and the mines quickly became a bustling hub. Show you the image. Boom.
Wow. That's a party.
Isn't it?
Mhm.
That's awesome.
So,
That's cool.
the dwarves' insatiable curiosity led them to explore deeper and deeper until they discovered something extraordinary. A singular entryway that led to an even more ancient layer of earth. This entry was guarded by an imposing stone door. heavy and veined with ancient glyphs, as if warning intruders of the secrets it kept. Undeterred, the dwarves managed to pry open the door, revealing a flight of stairs that descended into the depths of an older, forgotten mine. So a mine within a mine, if you will. Here's another image. Boom.
Metamine.
Their descent was a point of no return. Once the stone door was open, catastrophe ensued. The details remain murky even to this day, leaving the realm to speculate what terror was unleashed. What's indisputable, however, is this tragic fate that befell nearly all of the dwarves within the mine. Very few made it back to tell the tale. All right, a little more narrative and we can get going. So, adding to the mine's foreboding presence, hence the music change.
Nice.
Multiple areas within this network have suffered from floor collapses, each revealing a glimpse into the abyss of the ancient subterranean world below. It's as if the earth itself wanted to expose the older mine, a gaping maw inviting one to consider the terrible mysteries it holds. And here is your image. Now,
That's quite the thumb.
yeah, he fell down. You know, Midjourney doesn't do well with hands. So,
Or muscles.
that's true. Yeah, they don't, also not that. I need to turn this music. My music is cranked right now.
Yeah.
Very
Little-
good music notes. I like it.
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome.
Atmospheric.
So, you know, the Harper's perspective on this that they shared with you. You know, the mere reputation of the mine acts as a safeguard. Its dark tales keeping even the boldest adventurers at a distance. But beyond its fearsome repute lies a complex maze of tunnels and passageways, as well as an even older layer of the mine, hidden for centuries beneath a heavy stone door. What secrets lay dormant behind the stone barrier until it was originally forced open? Who can say? Well, for the Harpers, the allure of the mines of Tethymar as a hiding place isn't merely about its physical barriers, but it's also about the protective fog of myths themselves. Anyone audacious enough to seek out a part of the Arcanic Wayfinder would have to traverse the hazardous subterranean mazes while also facing psychological battles stoked with the mine's legend. In a place where the boundaries between reality and tale are indistinct, what location would be better for hiding something meant to elude discovery forever? So it really was, this mine is really like the perfect hiding spot. So, y'all need to discuss. Are you going to go into the main entrance? Or are you going to try and go in through the back door? And you can ask tons of questions.
What questions do we ask? But I'm thinking back door.
Yeah, I'm thinking back door too as well.
What are you thinking, Karen?
I mean, I'm a front door girl, but that's what y'all do in the back door. You know.
I'm looking for my character because I know I can't see my character sheet, but I do have something about stone, and
About what?
Stone cunning.
Oh.
or like I can history of
That would be
I don't know.
helpful.
You know what I mean? But I can't. How do I get to my character sheet? I don't see it anymore. Oh wait, hi. I need to take the big picture off, right? Or are we still right there? No, it's like a thing.
I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
where's my character sheet? I need my character sheet. That's what I'm leaving.
Over in the right-hand corner, do you not have access to the Actors tab in your character sheet?
No. Here
Does
I
everyone-
am.
Okay, I was gonna say, hopefully you do.
Okay.
All right, we're waiting for rolls from Karen, Nick, and Bing.
I think I may have to refresh.
Ooh, so wise.
I'm refreshing right now because I clicked it like 4 times and it didn't roll.
What am I supposed to be? I don't see any.
You don't
Oh,
see
there we go. I do now. Yeah, I
Tom,
heard they were mining cheese.
And Fabia, yeah.
Tom, I have that Natural Explorer mountain feature too. I don't know if that helps me or us in this.
It's not going to hurt you. I'm going to roll yours for you, Nick.
Yes, thank you. Because it went away just now. Like, I don't have access to it after it's refreshed.
Oh, interesting.
Because and I don't know if it matters, but it says, when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using a skill that you're proficient in.
So this would be, I think your favorite terrain is the forest, right?
I have mountain and forest.
Ooh.
I'm a natural explorer in the mountain and forest.
And you would get an advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got a 19, so that was we'll just pretend that you got a 20, which is like all of these are insanely high, which means if you ever go into combat, you're all going to die with low rolls. You burned up all your high rolls.
Usually, yeah.
We've only rolled like one time.
So here's what you know. Like both pathways. This is an insight check, and then I can roll a history if people want to know more. You know, you're a dwarf, Noodle, right?
Yep.
So this is your jam, right?
Yeah.
And your spidey sense says that your intuition, you know, these were dwarven mines. Your, you know, kin built these, and your comfort level for traversing the mines is much higher than the caves. You're not against the caves, but your comfort is that like these have been like there have been dwarves here. They've done their thing. They have chiseled away at rock, right? So you're not against the cave path, but your thought with the 26 is, well, the legend is that the mines collapsed, not the caves, right? The doorway was found in the mines, not the caves. So point A to point B, you think your fastest path to that passage down, or to potentially one of the collapsed areas, is probably through the mines, right? More well traveled, more likely to be safe. Who knows? However, you know, there's something intriguing about the caves, right? Like why is there this back door? So that's you. For Fabia, you're comfortable with either. You're pretty confident that whether you go in through the caves or through the mines, you're going to be pretty good to go. Really, nothing beyond, I think, roughly what Noodle was saying, right? What she was thinking is probably aligns with your thoughts at this point. Karen, you have a 19. You know. I really think that 19's less about which way you should go in insight, and just more like you want to thump some heads, right? You want to get into the caves, fuck some stuff up, right? You're still pissed that you aren't wearing your hat of disguise. So, you know, that's an axe you can grind with Mr. Bing. He owes you one, and you'll hold that over his head. The rest of you, your rolls were okay. Nothing unique. I mean, really nothing unique.
Look,
you know
rock.
You know the way to the. You also, Fabia, I forgot to give you this one thing. You know the way to the mines, but with your extra sort of jazz hands, you'd easily be able to find the pathway to the caves. So that's not going to be a barrier.
Okay.
So the choice is really yours.
Are we trying to go in guns a-blazing, or is this something that we're trying to,
Thought we were trying to find a piece to the puzzle thing.
So all I really need to know from you guys is, do you want to go in the mine way or the cave way? And I'll drop you on the map, and you guys can have the conversation. However, the quest is, you're looking for the Wayfinder piece, right? It's rumored to be somewhere in this mine system.
You know what? Maybe we should go into the front door. Do we have any reasoning behind? Do we have any reason to suspect that the Black Hole to the Dragon would be here?
No.
Yes.
Oh, I mean.
Wait, I thought they were heading here.
No.
Potentially, yeah.
So eventually, yes. So they're not focused on the mine at first, right? So that was one of the things that when Skylar was in the head of Mysterio, one of the threads, the tendrils, right, was that while this was one of their stops, their focus is on a different place.
Right. Okay.
So not
we don't know.
this right now. And that doesn't mean that they won't be here, right? But that just means that this wasn't their sort of focal point. But you never know. They could have sent scouts, right? Like there's no way for you to actually.
That's my only concern, is that if this place is swarming, I feel like the front door would be the spot that they would hang out at. But they would also know about the back door too as well, I guess, if they send scouts.
But they don't think we know about the back door, so we can definitely try that.
That's true. I guess either way it'd be 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. If we go into if the piece is in the middle of the map, it doesn't matter if we go in through the front door or the back door. The only thing we would have to then talk about is which one is less likely, more guarded, or are we worried about that?
I think that's why we're going to the back door. I think we believe it's less. Unless they got a big dog in the back.
Yeah.
So the one takeaway you did have, Skylar, is no matter which door you go in, this is a maze of caves and mines. This isn't like a walk in the door and you're done. You didn't pick up anything like that from Mysterio. So I just want to make sure that that connection that you've made isn't something that you've got from any narrative or from Mysterio. What you know is that this is a giant, complex maze of caves and mines. And supposedly these caves connect to the mines.
And where do we suspect the piece? In the cave or in the mine?
The narrative was that the mine, in the mine proper, the dwarves were, doing their thing, and came across, this ancient door sort of hidden away, and pried it open, exposing an ancient mine below the mine that they were working on. And subsequently, over time, a couple of places in the mine collapsed into that mine as well. So there's a couple of fall-through areas. Now, there may be more access to the lower levels through the caves, but you don't know that.
Well, then now I'm thinking we should just go into the main mine entrance.
There's benefits to both, right? So.
Take your pick, friends. I'm flexible.
So Noodle, your 26 was, you were strongly leaning towards the cave entrance because of your heritage. Fabia, you're comfortable that you can find either one with your roll. I can't remember anyone else's rolls off the top. I'm just trying to do a quick recap.
I got a 12.
Yeah, like Skylar, I think Karen and Karen, your opinion probably matters largely because you want to beat some shit up, but I'm not gonna put anything in your head specifically. Skylar, Nick, and Cyrus, you may have a personal opinion, but it's not grounded in any sort of fact or understanding of the situation. It's just it's pure opinion. Especially Bing, who has remained, honestly, he's playing his 8 properly. He's being somewhat silent because, honestly,
I don't know nothing.
yeah, he's like, whatever, you guys. Trust the dwarf, right? So why don't you guys debate as if those numbers had meaning and go from there?
I mean, I'm with the dwarf.
It is extremely important for me that I follow this path. I can say no more than that.
And let's do it. Good enough for me.
Yep.
I'm following Noodle.
Yep, let's do it. I'm with
I
you.
appreciate I appreciate that to all of my fellow travelers. Thank you.
All right, give me 1 second.
You are welcome.
It sounds like you guys decided caves, right? No, I'm just playing. I couldn't figure out which one. Bing, we've got Fabia. We've got Karen. We've got Mr. Nick, Papa Giorgio. We've got Noodle. And we've got Skylar. And I'm guessing Zippy.
Yes.
Give me 1 second to get Zippy up. He's a companion, little Zippy, right next to Fabia. And then all I got to do is go to this tab right here and say activate scene. And hopefully it loads properly.
Huzzah!
Speaking of huzzah, is anyone going to Renaissance Fair in NorCal?
No.
What is it?
No.
Starts, I think, next weekend.
Are you? I'm surprised you didn't go to Burning Man.
I haven't been in a few years. I'm glad we didn't go this year. Holy shit.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
All right.
We want to take the kids. It was a disaster this year.
No, you would have met Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Here we are. Welcome to Tethyamar Mine Entry. You chose the mine entry. So the entrance to the mine of Tethyamar is a study in contrast. On one hand, it appears almost inconspicuous, and if you move around and do anything, then I will hold you to whatever happens. But, so I wouldn't move your character. Anyway, on one hand, it appears almost inconspicuous, easily overlooked, if not for the specific dwarven runes etched onto the stony surface surrounding it. Oh, wait a minute. Did I forget something? Oh, no, that's right. Okay.
The music's getting good.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I feel like I didn't tell you something that you were supposed to know, and now I'm having a... I wrote this like 5 hours ago, panic attack. Like, am I going to have to do like a third grader telling you a joke? Oh, yeah, and also they're on fire.
And then, yeah.
And then,
Yeah. So give me 1 second to make sure that I got my shit together. Hold on 1 second.
wait, no. It's got to be your bowl.
Oh, no, that's it.
So we're not supposed to move? Okay.
No, I wouldn't yet. But anyway, no, this is right. I'm sorry, this is right. The other thing I was thinking was the cave entry, because I had to write one for each side. Anyway, the entry was framed by massive dark boulders stacked in a way that suggests both natural formation and deliberate engineering. Over the years, some of the rocks have succumbed to forces of nature, worn down by wind and by rain. But overall, structure remains sturdy and imposing. And I remember what it was.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Give me 1 more second. Sorry.
It's okay.
Life is hard. It is.
It's even harder with music that sounds like dread.
There we go. This is what I needed. And I gotta get this guy here. And then I gotta say to you, there's nothing to see. There's nothing to see. Ah. You're probably seeing a giant boulder coming from the sky.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's to block the entrance I was supposed to get rid of. That's not really a thing. So there we go.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. There is no entrance there, by the way. There's only one entrance into the mine. I knew I forgot something. Anyway, so there's this door up here, sort of blocking your way into the mine. And like right here, can you guys see me where I'm pinging?
No.
Oh,
Do it
No.
again.
I gotta zoom out. Ping again?
give me 1 second. I'll zoom out in just 2 shakes.
Yeah, I see the whole map. I don't see the thing.
You see your characters though, right?
Yeah.
I was just zoomed in, so I couldn't see where you pinged.
Yeah, I zoomed out.
I'll try
Is there
to.
another word?
I'll try to.
Oh, something just changed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to show you where we're at here. There we go.
Is that a door?
Yeah, that's the door. I'm just marking the door for you. There you go.
Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the door, right? As seen on TV, right? So it's slightly ajar, right? It's not closed. What do you want to do?
I want to do a detect traps perception
Yeah.
check.
All right. Let's see here.
And then I want to ride one of those train things down the mine.
I can't say as I blame you. All right, so let me give you some narrative, then We'll roll. You want to do a detect traps, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So upon first glance, the door to the mines of Tethyamar seems like a formidable iron-bound structure. However, at closer inspection, it reveals some unsettling details. The etched geometric patterns in its surface have grooves that are unusually deep. They're angular lines cutting into the door with distinct purpose. To the seasoned adventurer, these peculiarities would spell out one thing: this door is trapped. So, just passively, it seems that this might be a trap. But let's roll for it. And that
That's
would
a
be
trap.
a perception check.
Could be treasure. Could be a trap.
Oh, boo.
And yes.
Nice. Who got a natural 20?
Noodle.
Yay.
You wasted out of combat. No. Yeah, so,
Oh.
so Favia, Noodle, Karen, this is, you guys were like, whoa. Hey, there's, this is not, something's not right here.
There be gold in them hills.
Yeah. So, you examine this a little bit further. You notice a couple of things. Those are some pretty strong rolls. So, yeah, you owned it.
Yeah, she did credit.
Yeah.
As you examine the design a little bit, right, you notice that parts of the grooves are channels, seemingly designed to guide something, perhaps objects from the ceiling or the walls, above the door frame. Hidden in the shadows, you see sort of an assortment of large, jagged stones, curiously wedged, ready to be unleashed. So, as you sort of look in, even though the door is open, you can see that there's some serious pointy rocks, ready to tumble upon you if you had walked straight ahead, right? Sort of the ambient air around this door feels heavy, as almost if it's laden with the weight of the stones themselves, eager to crash down upon any unsuspecting intruder. Even the door seems to emit a low, rumbling hum, resonating frequency that perhaps serves as a mechanism to loosen the stones above.
Hey.
More complicated than you expected, huh? I'm sorry, someone just pushed a button accidentally. She dropped my phone on my keyboard. Anyway, so you're looking at this trap with those numbers. This trap is going to require not just nimble fingers, but sort of courage and precision. Sort of wrong move is going to send the stockpile of stones thundering down, transforming what should be a gateway into a crushing end. Right? It seems to serve as an unyielding guardian of the mines of Tethyamar, designed not just to deter, but to destroy. It stands as a grim testament to the dangers that await within, offering a final deadly warning: proceed at your own risk, for these mines are not forgiving to those who intrude upon their secrets. How's that for some t-shirt fodder?
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent narrative.
Yeah,
Love
so So you know you need to disarm this trap.
While we're looking around for traps and such, I'm obviously looking for traps, but I also am I'm like looking in the tents and around the rubble, like almost searching for something else as well.
Yeah, you find like the tents are somewhat empty and abandoned. There's still bits of food, here and there. You do find a couple of sacks and 2 supply crates that look to be, salvageable.
I'm thoroughly, keeping it to myself, but I'm just kind of wandering over and nonchalantly looking to see what might be inside, because we've already detected traps, right? We're good there?
Yeah, but you haven't detected traps down there. You've detected traps up near the
Oh, I thought we were just in general. Okay, well then I'm not moving. All right.
Well, I mean, I'll give that. I mean, that's a pretty small area. I'll give that to you. Yeah. So the only traps that you found are the door itself, which means it's safe to click on the sacks and the crates.
But not crates, just the bottom one or the top one too.
Yeah. Anything that has that turns your pointer into a finger is clickable. Just if you get too close to the door, though, within 5 feet, without telling me what you're doing, it will fall upon you.
Yeah, I don't know. That supply crate up there looks a little dangerous.
We probably need the grappling hook spike. Because I don't have any of that in my inventory. There's grappling hook spikes and 3 wooden stakes and some silver. But I'm thinking, those might come in handy. Do you want me to take them? I'm taking them.
Sure.
Hey, psionic powers too. I can push things. So like, if we don't want to interact with things from a distance, that might be useful.
I don't need the silver, but we can disperse of that later.
Yes, Nick.
I'm not able to take the spikes or the wooden stakes. Did somebody get them?
We should just take them.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it and it won't let me.
Why wouldn't I let you?
We might need them. That's what I'm saying. There we go.
Do we know what Sac Breer and Sac Adara are?
So who's human? Because there are lanterns over here. By where I'm at.
I've already got 2.
Sakadara has lanterns in it. Or a lantern.
Anything weird in them? Anything weird in these sacks?
Whatever's in the sacks. So you have to.
Ball bearings?
We have night vision, so we don't really need that.
I have my lantern.
And I have a bullseye lantern in case you wear that one out.
Also, by the way, night vision is not necessarily the same as underground vision.
Yep.
But
they got dynamite, which we definitely should take. And
100%.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a couple. There's enough for everybody.
And so what you're finding is these are, not spectacular treasures, but these are things you would expect to find outside of a mine, quite honestly.
There are ball bearings over here.
Ooh, take
Yeah,
them.
grab them.
Okay.
You can throw them on the ground and make people fall.
Very clever. So while you guys are, is anyone looking at the trap, or are you guys just like looting? Which is fine. I'm just asking.
at the moment we're looting.
Hey guys, come down and take some dynamite though.
Dynamite.
There's enough for everybody.
And then you find out that it's not actual dynamite. It's a T-shirt of JJ, Jimmy JJ Walker.
JJ Jimmy Walker.
With
Excellent.
and it just says Dynamite on it.
Clean dynamite.
There's your
There's
reference.
a bunch of rations over here too.
Hmm.
And gunpowder with the dynamite.
Yeah, grab the gunpowder.
And there's 20 arrows. I'm taking those.
I love it.
She declares as she takes them.
There's a hooded lantern over here. What's the difference?
One has a hood, the other doesn't.
It's a smaller radius. The other one is 60 feet. This one's only 30.
Yeah, I've got one of both.
Do you have a torch?
I
There are
got.
torches over here too.
You want thingamabobs? I've got 20.
Awesome.
Jesus
Oh man.
Christ.
Don't even.
So
It
Noodle,
took
as
me
you're
months to get that out of my head.
Noodle, as you brush up against the mine, the mine wall, the rock.
Yeah.
There's you feel a strange comfort, a familiarity. Something about this just feels like right.
And I know I have like detect history on rocks or something. I could not find it. I don't know where it is, so
But-
I will look.
Well, easy enough. This is, these are absolutely dwarven mines, right? The craftsmanship is impeccable. This is your kin, and the carvings and everything about this just screams like this is a dwarvish mine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are we ready to unhinge the phalanges on this one?
Yes.
Abominable.
So let me have who's all going to be working on figuring out this trap? It's not overly complicated. You already have heard that.
We found a
Oh,
bunch
really?
of us. Can we
I
just
think we can all work on it, right?
Can
let's just
we
do this? Here, we're doing investigation. So just like see what you can see.
investigate?
Investigate these. I'm moving the team forward. All right, we're waiting for Mr. Skylar and Miss Noodle.
I
Skylar's
rolled
rolled,
this one spot.
and
Ooh,
yes.
boo.
All right, so the winner this time is Mr. Bing. Bing is redeemed. He's like, huzzah! Finally, I'm the hero.
In
So
general. Oh, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
No, never mind. Go ahead. I was just going to crack a bad joke, so go ahead.
We like that joke.
Yeah, so but that is, this entire campaign is bad jokes. 3 years of bad jokes. So this thing is definitely trapped, and what you can see is that, again, this isn't overly complicated, but it's going to require some timing. You've seen something like this before. It's a two-person locking mechanism. One on each side of the door. You know that you're going to have to disarm something at the same time, right? There's likely some sort of a trigger wire, right? So you sort of run your fingers carefully in the grooves, and you see, there's definitely a couple of wires in each one. You can't reach all of them, but you can sort of see them through the crack, leading from point A to point B. Looks like some of them, one wire maybe goes into the ground, one wire heads up into the rafters, and another wire just sort of shoots off into a direction that you can't really tell. It's really anyone's guess. It's going to require a little bit more noodling to sort of figure out which wire is what and which one you need to cut. However, if anyone does have thief tools, right, that'll give you an advantage on discovering it.
I do not.
And you got a 19, right? Mr. Bing?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So that actually you've already passed the investigation check. So yeah. So you've identified already which chew wires need to be clipped, right? Or cut, or however you're gonna go about it, to make this thing sort of stop. What's going to happen here is whichever two players are going to do this, they're going to have to succeed a dexterity check to disarm the trap.
So who are our dexterous individuals? And
That
also,
would be-
Dexterous.
and who has the ability to like do a reroll?
I have a reroll.
Ooh.
And that's my inspiration point, right? I have a reroll.
I don't know. Do you think
actually-
we'll do we want to use that as a strategy, or like?
Money and dexterity.
where do I find the
Oh, yeah.
dexterity though? Oh, there it's up at the top. Oh.
So
yeah.
to be clear,
Kinda
like if you
shit on that.
if you have Thieves' Tool, you're only going to need about a DC 2. Like, just basically don't fumble.
Oh,
Right? If you have Thieves' Tools.
Oh.
Um,
I say, oh, okay.
does anyone
Yeah.
have them?
yeah.
Does he have
Thieves'
anyone-
tools?
If you
I'm
don't
Pretty
have
sure
it,
I have those.
if you don't
I
have
think
it,
I
you can-
have those. Hold on.
Yes. So if you don't have Thieves' Tools, it's just a DC 6. It's still not terribly high, right?
I have
I
Smith
do.
tools.
I have Thieves' Tools and a dexterity of 20.
Ooh. Oh.
After you.
We need,
you-
but we need 2 people.
Would Zippy count or no?
No.
Okay.
All I have is a reroll, and we know my rolls, guys. So, I mean, not the
Alright.
best.
What is
Do
the
you have an extra set of
difference?
thieves' tools?
I only
you-
have
I
one
don't.
set.
If only you had just been a merchant.
Oh, come on now.
I have a dexterity of 17.
Can
Mine's
we
a
Alright.
10.
Plus, I could survive something blowing up in my face probably.
can we roll to see if maybe we find something in the tents? Noodle, is that okay?
Yeah,
Sure. Let me.
let's do that.
You want to roll in and you're gonna search the tents? Is that the idea?
Yeah, to see if I can find some thieves.
I would actually like
All right.
that. Mhm.
So just go to your bar, and everyone can click the little magnifying glass one time. That is your search.
Where's the bar? Oh, okay.
Your macro bar.
What?
So
Do I
Karen,
click the picture?
I don't
you-
have a magnifying glass.
It's in the
you may have to add it.
Where would it be?
In the macro bar, down where you say I have to go to the bathroom or whisper, right? And
All
if
of that. Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Okay.
If you go to the browse, if you don't have it, browse macro directory. It should be one of the selections, and you can just.
I
drag
think
it.
I did it.
Okay, I just have to scroll up because I have to add stuff to the inventory.
I found nothing.
All right, so Karen, you found a crossbow bolt. Do you want said bolt?
I don't use a crossbow, but does anybody?
I'll take it.
Yeah, give it to Skylar.
All right,
Ooh,
Skylar.
Ooh, that was lovely.
Fabian, nice job.
Skylar, I'm giving you. Oh, okay, is everyone done rolling? Because every time you roll, it scrolls my thing, and I have to scroll back down. Is everyone done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, crossbow bolt going into Skylar's inventory. Enjoy your crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Next, scrolling down, it was Skylar. You scour the area and you find nothing. I'm sorry. Then you did it again and you also found nothing. Good, because you were only supposed to do it once. Nick.
Oh, can I do it?
Yeah, anyone can do it. Just once. All right, and let me go back up. So Nick, you found a component pouch. I'm assuming you want the component pouch?
Yes, please.
Component pouch for you. Noodle. What did you
I got
find?
like zeros.
You got nothing. Fabia, you found a flask of holy water.
Yeah, I'll keep that.
All right, Fabia, I'm dragging your holy water in. You never know when you might need holy water.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bing, you found a lock. Would you like the lock?
It could. You never know when it might turn out to be useful. Sure, why not?
It does come with a key, so it's not just a lock.
Cool.
And it's actually, it doesn't have a key. It's one of those cool locks that you get like in middle school, and like you can never get the numbers to line up quite right, and you keep rotating it, and then you forgot you got to go all the way around once, you know. Oh, man, but you're late for class.
Yep.
All right, so you've not found anything. Well, you never know. I mean, you could probably take some of that stuff together and MacGyver it, but like, yeah, there's no thieves' tools. There was a chance you could have found thieves' tools. So, all right. So, what's your plan? Who's doing what with the what?
I don't remember.
We gotta disarm this trap.
Who's to try with me?
I have only a dexterity of 10, but I do have a re-roll. But my rolls are.
All right.
Oh,
So
I have 17. I think I might get advantage.
15.
To me and Karen?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have advantage on dexterity rolls.
Okay.
On traps and shit.
There we go. I've got two.
That's beautiful.
everyone move to where you want to stand while whoever's doing this. And the door is up here to the north.
A little milk.
Whoa. Someone's brave.
I was like, we probably shouldn't go just straight into the door.
I'm like, oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, I'm hanging loose back here.
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Blade Song.
Your blade song stays
And I believe,
on my mind.
and I believe disarming the trap is sleight of hand. Does that sound right to you guys?
Sure.
Yes.
And I said it was.
Do
a
I
6.
have to like click on my thieves' tools or anything? Do I have to do anything?
No. So you have let's see. I allow reroll on this one. So if you don't like your first roll, you can roll a second time. Right. That was the deal for both of you, right? Okay. And thieves' tools was you only have to get a 2, right? Because you have thieves' tools.
Okay.
No, is that right? Do you have thieves' tools?
I do have thieves' tools.
All
Correct. Like, you
Right.
can check my inventory.
No.
I just
So you-
don't know.
So you have to beat a 2, but then Cliff has to beat a 6. But he also has reroll, so if he decides he wants to reroll, he can. And
Okay.
and it's just the 2 of you. And you all sort of hold your breath as these guys prepare to do their thing.
So I just roll a sleight of hand.
Well, I'm doing a check for you. There you go.
Oh, I see. I have an advantage, but it means you can
Re-roll it. Yeah.
Got it. Oh, it'll ask me for advantage. Okay. Cool. That'll do, pig.
Nice.
So yeah, so you guys, hold your breath and you hear.
I feel like we high five at that end.
Yeah, so carefully disarming the intricate trap, on the entrance door, each member of the party synchronizing their actions to disable the mechanism on both sides. They find the imposing door already slightly open, with a groan of ancient hinges that haven't moved in years, perhaps even centuries. The door swings further ajar. Crossing the threshold, they step into the mines of Tetiamar. You guys turn around, you take one lovely last look at, nature, the woods, the sounds of crickets, because you know that this is going to be a bit of a journey, a bit of a slog, if you will. The atmosphere is heavy with history, and the weight of the silence feels almost anticipatory. As you move forward, something remarkable occurs. The sconces along the walls spontaneously ignite with magical reddish-orange flames. Like a chain reaction, each torch flickers to light, casting its warm, otherworldly glow down the corridor, deep into the mine itself. So yeah, so Noodle, you're kind of like validated, like, yeah, my people knew what they were doing, right? Like, let's see the caves do that shit, right? So you're feeling pretty good about it. I am super sad that I went to all the trouble of creating a trap, exploded door image that you'll never see, and you'll never see. But I'm glad you guys were able to figure it out. You guys want to push into the cave, and then I think we should end it.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Push in. Do we have to walk forwards then?
Yeah, just move into the. Just don't move your distance, and that's it.
Oh shit! I see a ghost.
As you step into the mine, the reddish-orange glow of magically lit torches cast eerie shadows on the walls. For a moment, the rough-hewn rock transforms into a grotesque, leering face. The air is thick with heavy. It is thick and heavy, carrying the faint scent of rust and damp earth. A respectful silence pervades the space, as if the very stones are mourning the past. A sudden shift in the atmosphere sweeps over you. I'll give you the full-size view. Why not? An inexplicable cold that makes the hairs in your arms stand on end. The torchlight dims for a heartbeat, then brightens again, now feeling less comfortable than before. That's when you see it. A faint, translucent shape emerges from the walls and the floors, slowly taking forms of the dwarven miners. Spectral pickaxes, shimmering in their hands, their tattered clothing and grim expressions mark them as souls burdened with eternal sorrow. So yeah, you are at the entrance to the mine, and no sooner do you guys step inside, and you're all bundled up, you see, Karen calls back and sort of sees, just sort of peeking around the edge, some sort of spectral, ghost or something, but no sooner does she say that than it disappears. So, you guys want to move one more way in, or do you want to call it for the night, or one more movement, or call it for the night?
I like that right there. That's perfect.
Yep.
Awesome. I think this is a good place to stop. So yeah, you're at the mines of Tetimar.
Cliffhanger.
You are, you've seen a ghost pass through some rock. It's clearly a miner. Leads you to believe that something went down here. It's more than rumors, and we'll do this when we pick up next time, which will not be next week, because I will be at Disney.
Okay.
Yay!
All right.
I'll be with I believe David. Will you be there? No, Tuesday we'll be gone, right? We'll be flying home.
Yeah, because we're there Saturday and Sunday.
I don't think we're playing Tuesday. I'll verify, but I'm pretty sure that I'll be on a plane home, or who knows. We'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know. And Mark, I believe your family will be at Disney that weekend as well.
No, they actually just got back.
Oh.
They were there this weekend.
I was gonna warn them because I was gonna warn them if they were gonna be there on Sunday that it's a half day, and Disney won't tell you that until you pay for your ticket.
Right.
Oh.
And then they'll kick you out. They'll kick you out at like 5, and you'll be like, "But I paid for the day."
Or unless you're in the know.
Yeah, unless
you know better beforehand. Yeah.
They shouldn't sell tickets to half days.
Yeah,
for full price. But anyway, any questions or comments? We did a lot of. You guys covered actually a lot of ground.
That was fun. Yeah, we got a lot.
Yeah.
We did a lot.
So Mysterio is like the recap.
And we didn't kill someone.
Yeah, I thought you would kill Mysterio, which is funny. Yeah, so originally Mysterio wasn't going to come out, but you already knew about Mysterio, and you were supposed to either discover him or not. So like it was going to be totally up to you guys. But because of the technical error, and you all knew he was there, it seemed stupid not to at least acknowledge that was the thing. So Mysterio is on his way to Flan to learn what he can about this brother Samael, and whatever's happening with the aquatic crypt or whatever the hell that is. You guys, on the other hand, have made your way to the mines of Tethymar. You're going in through the mine entrance. You've seen the ghosts of dead miners, and that's where we'll pick up when we next play. Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you, everybody.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
See y'all, y'all.
Take
Thanks
care.
for the game, y'all.
Cheers.
You
See ya.
guys-